No stream.
Now.
Now.
Hi.
Now.
Every time. I need to do a little
Just
warm-up.
watch the screen, guys.
I know.
Watch.
That's all I got to do.
It's in your face.
That's what it's for.
Good morning, you beauties out there. So excited to be here in studio. We have a fabulous show ahead on this sunny, well, it's kind of overcast morning in St. Johns County right now.
But it's sunny in our hearts.
It is.
True.
You're welcome.
But it is Thursday, which is Friday's needy little sibling that just wants attention and snacks. And so does Davey.
All the time,
I
right?
know.
But I want to know how you Sunnies are doing today. So where are you watching? Where's the sunshine coming in through your window? Yeah, we love to see that when we do the roll call after the show and see where everybody's watching. So yeah, put your city in the comments right now. Meredith's going to tell us a little bit about our home, The Lab.
That's right. We are powered by the Lab St. Augustine, where innovation meets imagination. It's a full-service digital studio, turning ideas into impact right here in the heart of downtown. We've got lights, we've got sound, we have Davey's magic, and your next big thing. That's what she said, all under one roof.
And don't you forget it, child. This is The Lab where your story starts.
That's right. And don't forget to text the word Sunny, S-U-N-N-Y, to 904-227-4422 so you can stay connected to all things Sunny, because next week we've got a giveaway.
Oh my
Dun,
goodness,
dun,
I'm so
dun.
excited. I know.
We're going back and forth between which one we're gonna do, but we will be giving away a thing.
Something of value.
It will.
Yeah. And any Sunny out there, seriously. So yeah, you just got to get up and out and make sure you text us at that number. But yeah, you can find us all over the socials. Instagram is all one word, Sunny TV Network. Facebook, Sunny TV, and the TikTok at Sunny TV.
That's right. All right. So grab a coffee.
Okay.
Spill the tea.
Check.
Sunnies, here's what's going down in our neck of the woods.
Meredith.
Yes.
We got. Look at how cute Mare's hair is today.
Yes.
Isn't she cute in her little Space Buns friends?
I love rough and tough with her Afro puff.
Hey.
All right. Well, listen,
Rage.
I haven't brought these here yet,
Okay.
but I have been rocking these probably since, gosh,
99,
a long time.
84.
Well, maybe not
63.
84.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to lie and say I'm 25 like Davey,
I'm
but
not lying. It's just gravity is working for me.
no, that's not what gravity does. Just ask my 45-year-old perimenopausal titty tot.
I will tell you, I've got About Face on the speed dial. They will definitely make you feel great.
I look at.
Gorgeous.
I mean,
are you using the tinted?
Yes, the tinted
Seriously?
moisturizer.
We're all using the
We're all
it's
using
like,
it.
I'm going to
It's
start
so
drinking
good.
it.
Yeah. You
It
guys
is so good.
have to get the About Face tinted moisturizer if you say if you put the code in, right?
Yeah,
Sunny?
you can use the code Sunny right on their website, and you're going to get 15% off. But it's killer, and it goes on every morning. And then I got my sunscreen, I got my tinted moisturizer. I'm almost looking as fly as Davey.
I'm saying, my mom even ordered it. They shipped it right to her. So that's
right.
easy if you're a Sunny out there that's not in St. Johns County. It's amazing little service. We'll
wherever
put the
you're-
link in comments later.
Wherever you're feeling sunny. But today's episode features soul healing,
Okay, you need it.
stalkers,
Oh, I need it.
spontaneous fires,
Okay.
and Victoria's Secret going offline in more ways than one.
It's supposed to be a secret.
It's not a secret.
Oh,
It's
not when we're
officially
talking
out.
about it, right? That's right. Victoria's Secret website crashed due to a security incident, which is a polite way of saying your push-up bra is now on the dark web. Oh,
I don't even know what that means.
Me neither.
Meanwhile, St. Augustine's concert in the plaza are back. Live music, shady trees, and judging people's cooler setups.
Yeah.
It's what we call summer done right here in St. Augustine.
It's a really special moment when it doesn't rain. It's really nice. Yeah. So if you're sitting on the lawn, that's not your vibe. There's also a sound healing on the beach at sunrise. You love this, right?
I do. I love a good sound bath.
Zen Vita Alchemy is serving Qigong breathwork and spiritual exfoliation.
I need a lot of that.
Yes.
I do. And in less relaxing news, though, structure fires are trending upward in St. Johns County.
Uh-oh.
And lithium batteries are basically mini fire-breathing dragons.
Here we go. Hot topic, e-bikes.
So we have to talk about this, and you guys have to pay attention. We actually, a couple of years ago, maybe 5-6 houses down, they had a house fire from one of these batteries. Golf.
See, that's a fear of mine, right?
I walked out to put the dogs out, and I'm like, your house on fire?
We got to work like the best practice of that. I know,
Yeah,
we'll
we
get
have to talk
into
about
it. Yeah.
that.
Hey, Governor DeSantis vetoed the repeal of Florida's free kill law, leaving grieving families stuck in legal limbo. It's giving injustice fatigue, but we'll get into it and find some sort of sunny angle on that one.
Well, it's definitely news we have to talk about.
Yes, ma'am.
And over in Bel Air, put your pinkies up.
My people.
Jennifer, your people. You don't have people who know
Your
those
people
people.
down
Davey.
off
They love me.
Off of King Street, boo.
They threw me out of LA.
You stay as a widow in the ghetto. That's where you
Right, God
stay,
bless
boo.
you, child.
Okay. Well, Jennifer Aniston's alleged stalker crashed into her gate after 2 years of harassment, but mental health evaluations are underway, and it's giving Lifetime movie energy.
Yeah, Meredith Baxter Burney all the way there.
Yeah.
And finally, St. John's is expanding its Connect camera program. Good for safety, bad for nosy neighbors realizing Big Brother might be in them, but it's really helping out the St. John's County Sheriff's Office. I'm just saying.
Look, you're being watched anyway.
Yeah, right? You might as well.
I
Yeah.
always
Clean it
feel
up out
like
there, right?
somebody's watching me.
It's
Love it.
okay.
Ding.
It's fine.
So let's go to someone that's on key and on tune. Here's a word from the Bailey Group. The Bailey Group. They're
Yep.
ready for anything, too. They're an NFP company. Life is full of unexpected moments. The Bailey Group is here to guide you every step of the way. Under the leadership of my buddy, President Mark Bailey, they've grown from a local agency to a nationally recognized firm, offering tailored solutions for individuals, families, and businesses, with a focus of an individual health and life insurance. Look, I'm going to tell you, Mayor, the Bailey Group is the place to be.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, they're amazing. In fact, I know we're on, but I think I got a discount for you too.
Okay,
I'm just
great.
saying.
Okay.
Sunny. See, we're working on Sunny's list while we do these commercials. But let's see what everybody's watching this week.
That's right, guys. Cancel your plans, not your subscription. Here's what's trending today on the Amazon Prime. Because remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you also get Amazon Prime Video.
That's nice to know. Yeah.
So The Better Sister.
I started.
Okay.
I haven't started yet. Don't say nothing.
It's a mystery thriller with Jessica Biel.
I care for her.
You do? Okay. And Elizabeth Banks.
I really care for
Yes.
her. Yeah.
Win-win.
It's another
Twin-
estranged sister show, which I'm watching Sirens right now,
so
which
good.
is another, but it's like Gone Girls meets Big Little Lies.
Yeah.
Motorheads, which is a coming-of-age drama set in a Rust Belt town following a group of high school misfits.
No desire.
That sounds like me in high school.
It's very, I think it's maybe the teens will like it.
Oh, like Euphoria. Remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Clarkson's Farm.
What?
It's Jeremy Clarkson returns with more farming antics, blended humor, and agriculture in the English countryside. You know that's RJ's bag
I better
He has
watch
to be
that
watching
to
that.
get my vocab up for the farmers.
for the Farm Report.
Yeah.
9 Perfect Strangers. Nicole
Okay.
Kidman.
Oh, I watched it.
Was it good?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's really good, actually.
Okay.
I know we don't
Super-
care
it's-
for Nicole, but
It is
yeah.
don't.
Creep City. It is like, what?
Yeah,
And-
it's a freak your freak
Your
moment.
brain
Yeah,
will be
it's a
like-
good
Here's
show.
the thing, and I'm not like I don't personally know Nicole Kidman, so I'm not going to say I don't like her, but I stand by what I said was she's very one note when it
Oh,
comes
no.
to her
She's a
acting.
whisper.
She's
Yeah.
very different in this. It's like
But she plays creepy
Mel.
good. Like, she's a little creepy in this one.
Very
yeah.
creepy.
Okay. If
Do
I
it.
if I start this and I find her to be one note, you're going to put me on your nemesis list.
no, you won't be on my nemesis list.
Wait,
Okay.
Mel, there's 2 seasons?
Well, apparently I didn't realize there were 2 seasons.
Oh, did
okay?
you start in season 2?
I just started what I
Oh,
saw.
I started season 1, so I've already finished. Okay, so now I got to go to season
Yeah,
2.
I
Okay.
didn't know there were, and I texted my mom. I was like, "Mom, this show's insane. Have you seen it?" And my mom goes, "Mel, that's the 2nd season." I was like,
I had
"Oh,
no
dang."
Thank you, Maria.
No,
Thank you
Oh,
for
Maria,
doing
but
this.
I'll tell you,
Oh,
don't.
here's
it's-
one. Okay.
You don't have to like watch season 1 to understand season 2,
but
but
see the whole thing, yeah.
See the whole
well,
thing.
yeah, but I would go in order. You know
Creepy,
me,
creepy.
anal
Absolutely.
retentive.
God bless.
so good.
All right, so Reacher
Okay.
is one my husband. I'm pretty sure he watched this. He loves all of these.
Yeah, it's
Jack Reacher,
macho
season
Phil,
3, undercover to dismantle a drug smuggling operation. Yeah, I guess he makes that noise. I don't
They're
know.
just very
I don't watch that show,
Yes.
but my husband likes it. Overcompensating is a college comedy created by
Yes.
Benito Skinner.
We love Benny. Do
So it's identity, self-discovery, humorous twist, heartfelt hilarious.
you follow Benny Drama on socials?
No.
Oh, he's incredible.
Okay,
yeah.
I will. Yo Soy Betty La Fea.
Hey,
The classic Colombian telenovela about an intelligent but unattractive woman navigating the fashion industry, which is just Ugly Betty, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
but
yeah,
this
so, yeah.
is the Colombian
Oh,
telenovela.
my goodness.
So did you watch Ugly Betty?
I did.
So I watched Ugly Betty. So this is, I would assume, either its origin story or it came after, but I'm assuming it's its origin story.
Wow.
All right, The Wheel of Time, an epic fantasy series based on Robert Jordan's novels. So are these like sci-fi or are
I
these
don't know.
young adult?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's-
This
maybe
is
it's
like
young
the
adult.
Pokemon Go crowd. Good,
Oh,
good.
so maybe
enjoy.
this is for the tweens and the teens.
Enjoy, yeah.
Paquierete.
Paquierte.
Paquierete.
Good job, Meredith. You're getting better.
I'm not getting better, but it doesn't
You're
matter.
trying. I'm proud of you.
Listen, okay? I've already told the audience you can't cancel me.
No.
I've married a Puerto Rican.
See, you're
I
already
have
in.
3 children.
Give her a gold star, Davy.
who
You
are
got one?
50%. Okay, if that's how genetics work, I'm not sure.
50%. That's not how that works.
It's not how it works.
Not a pun in, you can't pun in square at 50%.
I don't listen. All I'm saying is you can't cancel me. I can't speak Spanish. I'm not trying to be funny. This is literally my accent.
This is the truth, yeah.
It's
It's
fine.
a heartwarming Colombian drama focused on fatherhood, love, and personal growth.
That's
Oh.
great.
It's like Modern Family, they're saying.
Yeah,
I
true.
loved Modern Family.
That was
Oh,
nice.
here's another one.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, you can do it.
Diomedes El Caquequi de la Huenta.
It's very close,
Good
actually.
job.
See?
Give her a
Cacique.
silver star, second
Yeah.
place.
Diomentes el Saquite de la Huenta.
No. It's a biographical series chronicling the life of Colombian singer Diomedes Diaz,
Ay, sí, yo quiero saber.
showcasing his rise to fame.
Por eso todo en poco. Pam, pa-na-na-na-na. It was
Wait.
so good.
Wait, that was Dirty Dancing you just
Ah,
did.
you're so good.
Yeah.
Yes, and he was the one that
Yes.
sang the song on the soundtrack.
Oh, is that him?
Boom! You were
Oh,
so
full circle.
good.
Yeah.
First circle,
Full
full circle.
circle.
But hey, let's get into the local music scene so you know where to go toot your horn. I don't know.
All right, strum it, drum it, hum it down, Sunnies. Here's the local music to report to make you super proud. On this Thursday, June 5th, my dad's birthday. Words and Music series Skin and Bones, 1 o'clock p.m. at the St. Augustine Waterworks. We got Chris Castle, very good one at 1 o'clock at the St. Augustine Waterworks. That's probably the storytelling. Skin and Bones at 1, also at Waterworks. There's something going down with the Cultural Center. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Edwin Barbosa, 1 o'clock at Bin 39 Wine Bar. She Fay at 2 o'clock at Marina Munch. Smoke and Joe Shower, 3 o'clock at the Backyard Island Cafe at Meehan's. We got Brett Blackshear, 4 o'clock at Bin 39. Mike Cook at the Guy Harvey Resort. Vinny Jacobs, 5 o'clock at Hurricane Grill and Wings. David Watt Besley, amazing, 5 o'clock at the Oasis Deck and Restaurant. Sue Seymour Westcott, 5 o'clock at the Oasis Deck. And Trevor Compton at 5, the St. Augustine Shores Club. Bill Sabo, 5 at OC White's. Doug Hyde, the Doggernaut?
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut.
It's like Juggernaut.
Did not know that. It's a
Okay.
new one here at 6 o'clock on Marina Munch. Concerts in the Plaza. This is one
Yeah.
to check out. 6 o'clock. Bring your own chair. The JC Hatfield Trio at 6 will be playing. We also got Baby Gray at Michael's Pesca by Volano at 6
Oh,
o'clock.
the beach one.
Yeah, super fun. Space Heater, 6 o'clock at Prohibition Kitchen. Claremont Duo at 6 o'clock p.m. at Pierre's Pub. Waylon the Band, 7 o'clock at Colonial Oak Music Park. And finishing it out tonight, Vegas Gray, 9 o'clock at Trade Winds Lounge.
That's daddy of baby or mommy?
That is Dad of Babies.
Dad of
yes.
Baby.
There's
Okay.
2 babies, but yeah.
There's 2 babies.
Yes.
Okay.
Baby Gray and Dad Gray, yeah.
two grays.
Vegas Gray, yeah.
Lots of grays.
Lots of Grays in that family.
Not Macy Gray, not Dr. Gray from Grey's Anatomy.
No,
Different Gray.
Right, different Gray.
All right.
But let's talk about No Time with Joy Andrews is ever wasted. In our studio, we've got
Wow.
County Administrator Joy Andrews in studio. So excited that you're here today. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Very, very good. Yeah, I talked to you all about the wonderful world of
Yes.
Joy Andrews. Incredible what she does in our county. But yeah, you've been a dynamic leader for so long with all of us. Could you just introduce yourself to the audience and tell us a little bit about you?
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Davey, and that was very kind of you. I am Joy Andrews. I'm the county administrator of St. Johns County, and I have been working in this county for 19 years and worked in many, many different positions in the county. And so here I am. I am originally from China. What you're hearing is a Chinese accent. And I came to the States 2002. Went to grad school in Kansas State, and one thing after another, I moved to St. Augustine and started with St. Johns County in 2006
Wow.
as a entry-level budget analyst.
That's where I remember you from the Health and Human Service days, right?
That was even before my
Wow.
Health and Human Services days, and that's how we met.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
which was 15 years ago.
Exactly. Can you
Wow.
imagine?
You
We
look the
still look
same.
great. Yes, we look the same. See?
But you're only 25.
See?
On record,
I
you
told
met
you.
15 years ago, but he's only 25.
That's
no,
it.
he was a little kid.
The little kid.
Yeah,
a
he was
little kid. Oh my goodness.
So proud of St.
I
John's
love
County.
that you're playing along with his plot over here. Kudos to you for that. So, what's one project right now or initiative that's happening in St. Johns County that you're really, really excited about?
We have so many of them, and if you don't mind, I will just talk about some of the things are super exciting, but I'll get to the one that is most exciting. So we got Hastings, who is really transforming as we speak. We're getting all these Main Street advocates coming up. We got the trail going through, new restaurants, new coffee shops, new libraries, new community centers. We got West Augustine is another exciting place.
Super cool.
We got the medical clinic is coming online here very shortly. We got all these amazing housing projects is going to come online in this area. We got Wogout Village that we're in the process of redeveloping. We got all these parks are going to come online that all the kids are excited for, sports complex, fire stations, sheriff's substations, all these things. But the most exciting thing is the Black History Museum.
Yes.
And we are moving very, very smoothly through this session. We think at the end of the session, we're going to secure the $1 million that we need to start a conceptual design. And really, most importantly, it is to codify St. Johns County as the location. And can you imagine the Black History Museum when it comes? The economic impact, the transformative nature of that facility is going to be for not just West Augustine, but for the entire county, Northeast Florida.
Yeah.
So we're super excited about that.
So, Joy, we've been talking about this museum for a couple years now, I feel, and it's taken some time. I mean, why the process of that? Could you talk to us a little bit about why it does take so long?
Well, it was a state law that was in place 2023. And it was very quiet. It was very quietly placed in the law. At the time, it was in place because there was one legislator had a feeling that he wanted to advocate for this for a very specific location, which was not St. Johns County. It was Edenville. And so there was kind of an agenda at the beginning, but when we learned about that, we advocated for having the right makeup of the task force that was appointed by the governor. We had amazing advocacy on the task force and gave us a really due process for St. Johns County to have a chance, even though the law was advocated for a different location. And so the task force was made up with these advisors that was trusted by the governor and the legislature. They went through many meetings to go through selection criteria, St. Johns County as one of few locations that were part of the application process. We went through these task force meetings where that you talk about why you're the most
We're
amazing
so enriched
place.
with so much history here. Fort Mose, I mean, amazing.
Fort Mose, and we have as the Bana, where it's the first black baby that was ever in America. So at the end, we really came out as #1 selection. And then, of course, this is how legislative process goes. You were selected as task force as a #1 selection, and then you have other parts of the state having their legislators fighting for their location, even though there was already due process. So there was a lot of horse trading happening in Tallahassee, and there was a dynamic between the speaker, the House, the governor, and that made the whole process a little more lengthened. And so at this point, we are super hopeful that we will have the appropriation for St. Johns County specifically outlined in their appropriation language to start the conceptual design of a library, of a Black History Museum for the state of Florida.
Amazing.
So, being forward-facing, public-facing, and being a public servant like yourself, it can be a very draining, exhausting job, and you can deal with a ton of negativity. What is one memory that you have that just makes it all worth it? Where is it that you find the joy in helping the people inside of this county? There has to be, I'm sure, tons of moments, but there must be one that kind of hugs your heart that's like, this is why I do this.
Yeah, the draining moment is only really every other Tuesday, but the rest is all sunny. That's why we're here. And the rest is all sunny. Well,
She got me.
She did.
Okay.
So I would say, well, I actually have very recent 2 moments I felt so proud of our community, proud of our staff, proud of us as a village. One is that we had our very first Citizen Academy of St. Johns County graduation ceremony. That was Tuesday. And we had our students came out. We still have a long wait list. We were just so proud that the staff, our public affairs department, our operation departments, which was participated by almost 20 departments, 10 weeks long sessions, and all goes to 9 o'clock and 9:30 without overtime compensation or anything. And the dialogue between the citizens and our staff were just incredible. They learn about each other. And like I said at the graduation, that we truly are building trust, understanding of each other one class at a time, and we're not going to stop. So there were tears shed, and at the graduation, it was amazing. The other thing was that we started our hurricane season now. So we just started our very first drill, which we do that every year. And by now I have been going through probably 15 storms. So the drill we did is called Waterloo, which is a made-up storm. We have 168 people showed up at the first session of the sort of a walkthrough that you have a fake storm. And I was just standing at the back of the room watching who were in the emergency operations center. They were family, they were friends. We went through so many storms together. It's like opportunity, and I told them, for family reunion in a facility that is windowless. But everybody came in with such ease and joyfulness because they know exactly what they're doing, and they know exactly who's next to them that they're going to count on when there is a real storm. So that was really amazing experience.
Yeah, and that's great to hear because I got to be honest, as a native Floridian, you know, hurricane season, you know, it's every year. We know it's coming, but it doesn't make it less anxious, at least for myself. But knowing that the county is ready and we have such a big community that's there to support us if or when something happens does make a difference, I'd say.
We gotcha.
Yeah,
we gotcha.
So I've got a question from comments. What advice would you give, Joy, to someone, especially a young woman who wants to lead and make a difference in their community, but might be a little bit nervous about it?
I would say start now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It's never going to be a perfect moment. Show up, speak up, and just believe in yourself, and find the friend circle, find a mentorship circle that will lift you up, that will reinforce for really who you are, and don't ever doubt that you belong to the room.
Oh, I love that.
You belong
God, that
to
is
the
beautiful.
room.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you tied that up real nice with a bow.
That was gorgeous.
That was.
I love
belong
that.
in the room.
Joy Andrews, thank you so much for your time today. This is so special. Please come back to Sunny TV anytime you're ready to give out the glorious word of the great St. Johns County.
Thank you, Davey, Meredith, and all the work, friends over here, and congratulations on the Sunny TV. Now I'm your 1,000,000+1 viewer.
Oh, yes. Awesome. So good.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Joy.
We will see you next time.
Wasn't she just phenomenal?
Oh, it's great to hear this because I think that we forget that public servants are people.
Gosh,
I think it's forgotten way too often that they are serving us. And there are, people like Joy across not just the country, but the world that are serving its communities. And I think it can be forgotten that they're human beings and, they've got these hearts and that's why they're doing it. It's
I love it.
Public service.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
It's
Can
service.
she just ride in my car with me in the back seat every day?
She's
and
so good.
She could be like my
Cheerleader.
hype woman. Like,
Yeah.
Mel, you got it, girl. Keep going. Like, we all need a little joy in our life. See what I did
There
there?
it is.
Did you
Love
see
that.
what I
Yes.
did? Oh, my mother's so
And shout out
proud.
to Joy for another 3 years renewed contract.
Yes,
That's
congrats
very
on that.
exciting.
Yes.
So now a quick word from our booze over at Maracuya.
Sunny St. John's was practically poured into existence over a cup of community sunshine, and now that sunshine lives at Maracuya.
And they're named after the passion fruit. Maracuya is more than just a name. It's a feeling, a rare, radiant flavor, a story steeped in heritage.
Guys, they don't just make coffee, they create handcrafted works of art located at 260 West King Street.
Maracuya isn't just coffee, it's culture. A slow sip in sunshine, a bold hello to the day. Sunny St. John's is fueled every day by Maracuya.
Davey, it's officially Mom's Night Out, but make it family-friendly season. Concerts in the Plaza are back. obviously weather permitting.
Yes, every Thursday night, 6 to 8, live music under the Plaza de Constitucion in the gazebo area. It's giving wine in a Yeti, kids chasing bubbles, and dads pretending that they don't love the line dancing.
Oh, there's line dancing?
Yo, you never know. It's
You
a
never know.
All
All right. Well, it did recently kick off at the end of May with the Groove Coalition vibing out to retro R&B from the 70s through the 90s. I heard a woman hit a full Patti LaBelle note in a porta potty.
Yeah, she really did. She really had to
Brought
go.
it home there, huh?
Definitely, definitely. Coming up, bluegrass, Dixieland, country rock, and acoustic pop. Something for everyone from your TikTok teen to your Willie Nelson uncle. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, Uncle Willie. And it's free. All you have
Oh.
to do is bring a lawn chair and your summer serotonin.
I love free 99. That's the
Wow.
price. Yes.
That's right. But if you're down to level up your life before your kids even ask for cereal, you can meet me on Volano Beach at 6:30 a.m. for the most ethereal morning routine ever.
Oh, beautiful. It's the Sunrise Sound Bath and Kyong Session by Zen Vita Alchemy. Part of spiritual boot camp, part beachside enlightenment, part did I just meet my higher self?
I think I'm going to have to ask Addie if she wants to come with me. You're going to start with some gentle Qigong?
Qigong.
I don't want to say this wrong. I'm going to say it wrong, but it's breath work led by Baba Bruce. That's his real name. And yes, he's an energy whisperer.
Is that Baba Black Sheep's cousin?
No.
I was
I don't
just
think
thinking
so.
that song when you said that.
Brandy Lynn, hey girl, with two N's, hits you with the 432 Hertz quartz singing bowls. Whoa.
Yeah, I love
Something
them.
called Language of Light, Soul Blessings, which sounds like a rave for your chakras.
I love a good sound bath. You can literally feel it, makes your body tingle. It's donation based, suggesting that you give around between $11 to $22.
Interesting.
That's
But
why
it is
that amount.
donation based, but they're basically saying it's at minimum this. We'd love
It
more.
used to be 10 to 20. but
11 to
honestly-
22?
Yeah, the tariffs, it's now higher.
It's tariffs. We gotta blame the yoga tariffs.
God
We
bless.
got tariffs on yoga and sound baths
But
now,
they
friends.
do guarantee energetic ROI.
Tearing out
So
these types.
I don't exactly know how they guarantee it, but I think you get your chakras checked on the way out.
I'm going
Oh.
to be full moon yoga. Oh, no, full yoga mom mode with
What?
fairy lights in my thermos. Let's rebirth ourselves with intention and maybe a sandy blanket.
I look. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna be there, or I'm gonna be square.
Oh,
with
crap. Now
$11.
let's get depressed for the weather report.
Rain or drought, despair is about. Going to sound like yesterday's weather report. It is June 5th in St. Johns County, where the forecast continues to read like a hostage note from Mother Nature. High of 85 because it's gloomy and overcast. That's the temperature, not the humidity level. You'll wish it was only an 85. It's about 187% today. Low of 72. A nightly cool down, but not cool enough. Like I said, humidity is somewhere around 70-ish%. What better way to start the day than being hugged by moist air you didn't consent to? Who doesn't love an what's it called?
Moist.
Oh,
No.
stop saying that word.
Well, she
no,
said it.
no, an unwanted hug. What are
Ew.
those called?
Fact checking.
I don't know, but I feel like there are hugs when you don't want hugs. I don't know. UV index is 11. Which is on the scale of 1 to your skin is bacon. You're going to be at very crispy. Do you like your bacon crispy?
I do. Burnt.
Yeah, me too. Me
Mm-hmm.
too. I don't like it when it's like
Mush.
flabby on the plate,
Yeah,
like
ew.
flimsy.
Unsolicited hug.
Unsolicited, maybe.
Thank you.
The humidity is going to take you in an unsolicited hug. Rain chances at 49%. I'm going to say it's going to rain today.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, even if it doesn't tomorrow, I'm going to tell you I was right. Winds are west at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Strong enough to blow your patio furniture into your neighbor's pool, but not strong enough to actually cool you down.
How light is your stuff? Good
I mean,
Lord.
if it's from IKEA, maybe.
True.
Tree pollen is absent, which is nice, but the grass pollen's still very high. So I've asked you guys repeatedly to stop rolling around in the lawn.
Yeah.
It's on you if you do it,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay? So you're going to be sweating, you're going to be sneezing, you're going to be sunburned. But hey, it's the beginning of hurricane season. Yay.
So romantic. Now it's time for the Farmer's Almanac.
That wasn't very nice to say about our Farmer's Almanac.
What? It's a little plumber butt. No bomb.
Moons and bloom tides and tune sunnies. Here's your daily dose of the Farmer's Platoon. Here's your question of the day that you guys are all burning to know the answer to. Where did the expression "the cat's pajamas" come from?
What the heck? I've never heard of that
Like,
before.
Yeah,
What?
stop it.
I've
You heard
never
the
heard
cat's
of that.
pajamas.
You are the cat's pajamas, and Meredith, you are the bee's knees.
That's right.
You're
You know cat's pajamas.
welcome.
Come on.
Cats in the cradle and the silver
No,
spoon,
No,
little boy
no.
blue and the man
no.
in the moon. No.
No.
Its origin is unknown, but by the tune of the
See.
20th century in America, it was widely used to mean first-rate or attractive. You're the cat's pajamas.
You're the
No
cat.
one ever has called me that.
Meow,
Okay.
bad
I'm
kitty.
full price. Just letting you know these pajamas are silk.
Okay. We
That's
talked
not-
about silk. I thought it was an unforgiving fabric and you weren't into it.
But in pajamas, it's
Okay.
a different world.
Advice of the day that you all need: if you are suffering from jet lag, have a cup of chamomile tea.
You should have a satin pillowcase. Do you have that for your face? Then you wouldn't have that line that you had yesterday, remember?
No, that's still there. It's a wrinkle.
Oh, well, it'll silk and the silk will smooth that out a little bit.
Home hint of the day. An easy way to clean a barbecue grill top is to remove it after it is cooled, place a cooking sign down on the glass, leave it overnight, let it do the work of the morning. In the morning, wipe it down with a damp cloth. Nobody's doing
Just
that.
don't use the grill.
Okay.
Do what Hattie does. Just do DoorDash.
Do just DoorDash for the rest of your life. Don't do that. I'm going to say this wrong. Word of the day. Homocholophobia.
What? I beg your pardon. It is Pride Month. What was that?
It's the fear of fog.
Oh.
Homocholophobia.
Why'd I gotta be homophobia?
Homicholophobia. It's an I. Homi.
Oh, homi.
Homichomophobia.
I've got homophobia.
That sounds like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
It gets very foggy here.
It does.
And I guess it's from the water.
Oh, I thought it was hot air.
That's just what you release in the studio.
Exactly,
All
yeah.
right. What do we got, Davey?
All right, crappy puzzle of the day. What bird is the worst? What bird is that whose name represents nothing, twice yourself, and 50?
Another math problem,
Hint,
another
think
word
letters,
problem.
Mel.
Wait, say it
Think
again.
letters.
What bird is that whose name represents nothing? So 0.
Okay,
Twice yourself, double 0.
that's how much we get paid.
And a 50.
So $50.
A 0 50.
Oh, Jesus. The answer is an owl.
OUUL. 0.
Zero
W.
W.
L. Why is
L.
L
What's
50?
L? Scroll. What? Where did this is
Farmer's Almanac, we've got problems.
This is
Done.
bad. Who was born on June 5th? My dad, David Matthew Hartzell III, Sergeant Major in the U.S. Army.
Sergeant Major?
Yes, he was an incredible
Holy
dude.
cow.
Yes. He was the dude, you guys.
Oh
Go,
my
Yeah.
Pops,
gosh.
go.
Sergeant
Amazing.
Major, that's
Snaps.
really
Yes, ma'am.
intense.
Very proud of my
Let's give
dad.
him some snaps.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Super cool
Do you
dude.
have all of his
Everything. I have
Oh,
everything.
geez Louise,
Such
that's a big
amazing.
deal.
So Mark Wahlberg, Hottie Pants, 1971. He was born today.
He wakes up every day at 4 a.m. to be better than everyone else.
I thought it was like 2:27.
that.
He wakes up every day to sing. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you, Mark Wahlberg wakes up at like 2 a.m.
You're gonna fact check it in a minute.
I
All right,
will. for
Who
sure.
died? Who died?
Conway Twitty.
Not Conway Titty.
Almost said it. 1993. Mel Torm. She was a singer apparently in 1999.
Torme.
Torme. Melanie Torme.
Mel Torme.
Mel Torme. No idea.
It's a
Ronald
man.
Reagan. 40th president in 2004. Kate Spade. I know who that.
Yeah.
And her husband Jack Spade. Kate Spade, fashion designer, 2018. Sad story, but incredible pioneer.
David Spade's sister.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you ever buy Dave a Jack Spade bag?
I don't know what you're saying.
Okay, Jack. The men's line is called Jack Spade.
Okay, I
and
had
it
no
was very
idea.
rare. I have a couple briefcases.
I don't own a Kate.
You know.
nor a Jack.
Oh, we got to get you one.
Okay.
All right. Events on June 5th, 1876. Bananas were sold as a novelty in the Centennial exhibition in Philadelphia.
Oh, that's where we brought bananas to the U.S.
Isn't that fun?
Huh.
1916, there was 34 tornadoes that wound through Arkansas.
Oh, my gosh.
1993, a foot of snow fell at the Mammoth Mountain Ski Arena in California.
That has to be Northern California.
Has to be, yeah.
In June?
I know.
That's crazy.
It's California.
All right, so let's get into some news, shall we? It seems Victoria's Secret isn't just about lacy bras anymore. They've added a touch of cyber mystery to their collection.
You a big Vicky Secret? Were you in back in the day? Pink?
No.
You had it on your chookus?
No, not really.
I did.
I've
Yeah.
never owned an
Velour.
adult woman's bra.
No?
Not really. I'd show you right now, but I have on a sports bra. That's all I wear.
But I mean, like, you never went into Victoria's Secret for
I've
like...
tried them, but it seems silly because even the smallest cup size is
Nothing.
too big for me.
Oh, so cool.
If the A's could get smaller, maybe.
They have it. It's AA.
Right, but I'm AAA.
Okay, well, they have that too.
Okay.
I do, in the back room.
Okay.
All right, Victoria's Secret faces a major digital disruption as a security incident forces a shutdown of the U.S. website and in some in-store services. Customers and employees alike are left grappling with the fallout, highlighting their vulnerabilities in the brand's digital infrastructure.
It's apparently shares fell 4% amid the incident because people literally couldn't make online purchases. Coupons wouldn't work at checkout. Order statuses couldn't be found. And everybody who basically is a Victoria's Secret customer that was trying to purchase at this time thought that the Victoria's Secret world was exploding.
Wow.
That's pretty intense for just like a server going down.
Yeah, that is a lot, right?
I mean, they're attempting to fulfill orders placed before the incident, but it's not working. So the big problem here, I guess, is going to be refunds.
Yep.
Returns, exchanges, and basically making customers who are very unhappy happy.
Right. How are they going to do that? I don't know.
I don't know, but
A courtesy coupon.
I don't know, but it's not going to be good, and that will cost them a lot of money.
So the exact timing of the incident onset is uncertain, with some customers reporting issues as early as Monday. Oh, wow. So this is an ongoing thing.
It's not stopped, apparently. They keep having the same issues with, like, coupons or checkout or something. I don't know.
Vicky,
But-
stop telling secrets. Tell the truth.
Did you see that documentary?
Yes.
Ooh, salacious.
Did you ever watch the Abercrombie one?
Yes.
Oh.
Another one, girl, bye.
I don't know
Dirty-
who we can trust.
Not
Dirty,
anymore.
dirty.
I don't know either. Obviously, Costco. You've been trusting them for years.
I do like the Costco.
But you know who you can trust? About
we can
face.
trust About Face.
That's right.
That's who we can trust.
When your skin needs a refresh,
Or you just want to feel like your most confident self.
About Face Aesthetics is our go-to.
These skin queens on the beauty scene know exactly how to treat you right.
From facials and skincare to injectables and glow-ups, they've got the magic touch.
And they make you feel seen, heard, and radiant from the inside out.
Ready to put your best face forward?
Say hello to About Face. Book your glow up today at aboutface.guru.
So we do have an update from a previous story where Jennifer Aniston's gate was crashed into by a stalker.
Uh-oh.
He did a drive-through that was a drive-don't.
Yeah, that was not a good one. He did not drive through twice.
He got through, but not to her home, thankfully. But it turns out that Jimmy Wayne Carwile,
The car wiles in there.
the car was
the car
wild.
did while out.
And
Yeah.
the best is he chose a PT Cruiser to do it. Like he thought that was going to get the
my.
job done.
Is this
What?
in our notes? That
Yeah.
is crazy. It is.
Yeah, I don't think the
PT
PT
Cruiser.
Cruiser's doing that job, buddy.
No, I think you need like a truck.
like a Ram,
Yeah.
like a Dodge Ram
Who
or
yeah.
came
something.
up with the PT Cruiser mod?
such
Like,
a
it looks like a
weird-
mini hearse, right?
It's
It does.
yes.
Yeah.
It does.
I think a PT Cruiser is what you drive when you just give up in life.
So they came out when I was 16, and my dad would dangle the carrot like, "I'm getting you a PT Cruiser."
Did you cry?
I'm like, no, Dad, I'll do the riding lawnmower instead.
Did you cry? I would have cried.
you know what my first car was?
What was it?
A Dodge Neon.
Oh,
Of
I
course-
love them.
no,
What
All
color?
plastic, purple.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's so cool.
With the splashes on the
Listen,
side.
a Dodge
whoa,
Neon.
You had the splashes.
It was so awful.
Shout out,
Have
Barbara
you guys
Jean. She
ever
had a
watched
purple
the show?
car.
Have you guys ever watched the show Cheaters? It used to be on MTV.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Dodge Neon is the car of the cheaters.
Was it
Oh,
really?
good.
Everybody that they caught drove a Neon. Meredith,
That
do you want to
makes
talk?
sense. That tracks.
That's
That
crazy.
tracks.
That
All right.
tracks.
So,
So
what
but-
happened here?
Here's the thing, though. They did 2 psychiatric evaluations, and they concluded that Carwile mentally incompetent to stand trial.
Yeah, he was
So-
like shirtless on the
He-
trial. Yeah.
But they're like, no, we can't even. We need to get this man help. It's not just stalking.
Is he just
It's-
obsessed with her?
He
or-
is.
It's like
but
they
he's
create
got,
an alternate universe.
He's got another follow-up hearing scheduled June 26th. Jennifer Aniston's lawyer is going to provide more input at that time. Obviously, a restraining order remains in effect. He has to stay at least 100 yards away from Aniston.
Ooh, he believed he was communicating with Aniston online and thought that she was his queen.
Yeah, so it's clear that he needs help.
Yeah, that's not a fun one.
So the update is that he's not going to jail, but they're probably going to sentence him, I would assume, to some form of
unit.
Yeah, like he's going to
Psychiatric
psychiatric
hold.
hospital.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we have next?
All right, Gen Zs, what do they got to say today?
Slayer Nay, Sunnies. Here's what Gen Z's got to say, and we're just trying to keep up. Hey, girl, you looking snatched.
Yes.
It means looking good,
Yeah.
stylish, flattering. There you
Matthias
go.
is back
It's
there
also Snatched to the gods.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Snatched to the gods?
Yes. snatched to the
Matthias
gods.
is back
Yes, that is
there
definitely
when
our
Married to the
language.
Steward that he's like, really, Mom?
I thought that it was snacks of the gods.
No, snatched to the gods.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought the gods were just hungry.
Yes.
All right, so your makeup is so snatched today is
Yeah.
something that the
Thanks,
Gen Zers
girl.
could
That's
say.
so nice.
You're welcome.
All right. Almost done. Here is our least favorite reliable segment, the expert fishing report.
Now, you get 2 days.
Oh my
Is
God.
what I'm telling you. You get 2 more days of this,
You
and then
guys.
it's done. Do you want to tell everybody what's coming?
You guys, we have a very
Say it
special
Or
right.
you want to keep it a secret?
No,
new
secret.
segment coming.
Secret.
Just be quiet. There are some stars
Okay.
involved.
Ooh, I like it. You're playing a little Vicky Secret there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but yeah, you get 2 more days of this bullshit, and then I'm out. I'm not doing this anymore.
But we
I
have-
hate it.
We have a plan B.
We do, but it's going to be way better than this.
Oh my God, with the space button saying bullshit.
All
That's
right.
the best.
The Wahoo Whisperers are out for those who enjoy being tossed around by 20 mile an hour per winds, which I think is a kink. Offshore
hot,
fishing. Offshore fishing is your calling. Water temperatures are still in the low 60s, making it prime time for the Wahoo. That's right. The tuna likes it chilly. I don't know what that means.
Interesting, yeah.
Chilly water.
Inshore, you're getting redfish riddlers in the creek. It's apparently redfish who like to tell jokes in
That's
order to
fun.
cross the bridge. They're like the little troll that sits there.
Yeah, just wheel them into the boat.
Yeah, live shrimp are still the big thing, except unless you're in that tournament, which is in a couple of weeks, because you
Yeah.
can't use the real bait.
True.
You got to use the artificial lures.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, paddle tails, poppers, spoons, jigamajaggers, and slap-a-madacks.
Oh, sounds like a Harry Potter movie.
Yep. The Great Water Shuffle High Tide will grace us in the morning, perfect for those enjoying wading. Be careful if you're a wader. I'm not kidding about this. We just had, when Brian was wade fishing the other day, I'm talking in the Tomatillo,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
the river.
Okay.
Alligator.
Nope.
Get out of there.
Yeah, he
What's
was
he doing?
He was wading because they were red fishing.
Brian.
And he's like, "You're never gonna guess what I saw, Mom."
Why
and I
would
was
he
like,
tell you? Why
and
would
I
he
was
tell
like,
you?
"An alligator." And he's like, "How did you know?" And I was like, "I've told you they can be up in the river. So be careful if you're wade fishing because
Were you
just
mad when he told you?
I mean, I can't look. He's feral. I can't
Okay.
control the boy. I
Okay.
just tell him to get out of the water.
Okay.
Hot spots once again are going to be anywhere you're not.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Volano Fishing Pier, Alpine Groves, Shands, and the May Street Bridge.
Spots.
Good for hookups and not the kind of fishing.
Oh.
That's mine right
That
there.
you like,
Watch
though.
out. I'm the north corner, baby. The
North
south is
corner.
open. Yep.
South is open.
Yep.
All right, what do we got, Davey? Give us a joke.
Why don't fish play basketball?
Why?
Because they're afraid of the net.
So bad.
That's actually cute.
It's actually cute.
You
That is
only
cute.
have one more of these to go this week.
But we have a lifetime with Old Town Trolley.
If you're looking for the best way to see St. Augustine,
And you want history with a side of hilarity.
hop on board Old Town Trolley.
It's our favorite way to explore the nation's oldest city without taking 10,000 steps.
You'll hear ghost stories, local legends, and fun facts you'll definitely repeat later.
Plus, you can hop on and hop off at all the best spots. Food, shopping, history.
Check, check, and check.
So grab your Sunnies and a sense of adventure
And ride with Old Town Trolley today. Billy Mack.
That sounds really good, actually.
it
I
was.
would eat that.
It was really good. All right, Davey, we've got a real-life grave robber
I hate this story, you guys. Buckle up, Buttercup. Yeah, this lady.
in Palatka.
Yeah, this lady, Catherine Taylor, not my old boss from Bayview Healthcare who's watching right now. This is not you, Kathy. I'm
Wow.
just saying. This is a Catherine with a K. She's
Okay.
a cheap imitation. So Catherine with a K, 61, was caught on camera taking mementos from graves from Itanoa Cemetery. Families noticed items were disappearing and set up a surveillance.
Oh my gosh. When deputies confronted her, they found the stolen items decorating her yard.
Oh, what a jerk.
That's terrible. Okay, so she faces 2 counts of criminal mischief for damaging property. You know, she had a prior arrest in 2020
Shocker.
for grave memento stealing at East Oak Hill Cemetery. She's got a
She
real
has
problem.
this is like when they eat the laundry detergent. You know what I mean? Like they have like a
Pica?
fetish. It's like a fetish. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Pica is when you eat objects that are not food, and
That's what she
it's-
has.
She,
So
well,
she's got
That's what
ceiling
she
pica.
said.
She's definitely a kleptomaniac.
This better be federal. They need to put something serious on this.
Well,
Is not nice. These people
it's
cannot.
I guess the question would be, so what is a cemetery considered? Because it isn't going to be federal property, but it's sacred land.
Sacred ground.
Yeah, so I don't know technically, but it's breaking and entering. It's got to be trespassing. She's stealing things. But the thing is like, why would you rob from a dead person's grave?
Isn't that horrible?
I mean, people go there, they're dropping their flowers, they're putting their trinkets, they're sticking things there because it's where they go to feel connected.
Susan would
and
be
you
devastated.
snatch it up.
Wait a minute. Are there cameras at cemeteries?
Now.
I don't
According
know
to this
if
Palaka
it's
place,
So
yeah.
I'm wondering if people steal from them because they know people because you got to think everybody's like item of value is different in their mindset. So I'm wondering if people think there's no cameras and they can't get caught.
Well, now there is cameras.
Well, they set them up. They set them up obviously because they knew things were going missing.
Yeah, you got to respect burial sites, right?
Well, it's to me. First of all, you got to think. I don't know whether you believe in the good Lord above or not.
Right?
You going into a cemetery to steal things,
That's
that is
not right.
not good. That is bad vibes
is
all the way around.
suspicious. Very suspicious.
It's bad.
Yeah.
That's naughty. Not you're on the naughty list.
Yeah, not nice. Santa Claus is watching there, Catherine Taylor, 61. Pain in the ass.
Wow.
Oh, hey, I got to refresh my mind. I got to talk to some Great Expectations.
It's so important when you're going through a transition like that to communicate what is most important when you're looking for your new space. So for some people, it's the features of the home, but for a lot of people, it's so much more than that. It's the features of the neighbors or the community, or whether it's an HOA or a non-HOA. There's a lot of, moving parts to that type of transition.
Meet her.
What a lovely lady.
Vicky, I got to give Vicky a shout out from those comments. What did she say?
Vicky says, "How all caps ever will we know where to fish?" Vicky, sip on some tea and calm it down. Ain't nobody is asking me where to fish. Of all things.
The May Street Bridge.
Good Lord.
Oh,
I
good
swear.
Lord.
It haunts my dreams, people. You have no idea how much I hate that fishing report. All right,
got
Davey.
hilarious.
St. Johns County just reported a 6.5% rise in structure fires over the past year.
Wow.
That's insane.
That is crazy. What's the big culprit? Lithium-ion batteries.
Yeah.
They're in everything from e-bikes to smartphones, and when they go rogue, it's like a mini fireworks show in
Those
your
like
garage.
scooter things too,
Yeah.
right?
All
right.
of them.
Stupid.
Golf carts, scooters, bikes, your phones,
Billboards,
some of
buses.
those, the music. They're like the mini boom boxes.
Caboodles.
No, it's
Not a caboodles.
Well, you know what I mean, yeah. That
Fire
was back in the
officials
day.
are urging residents to be cautious with these batteries. Don't overcharge
That's my problem.
and store
Yeah.
them properly, because apparently it's the overcharging that's causing this problem.
yeah, just leave it
Like they
hooked in.
panic and they
Yep.
leave it.
Yep.
I
So,
do that.
so what they're saying is, hold
And another
up.
thing I'm going to say is
Okay.
if you don't have the authentic charger, sometimes you go to these like hump gas stations and you buy like a 99-cent cord.
Oh, yeah.
Fire.
Fire.
They're not reliable. You
Nope.
got to get something a little bit more with chutzpah in it, you know?
Yeah. So check all your batteries. Like we said, I walked out of my house one morning and noticed that my neighbor's house was leglegitimately on fire, and it was
Meredith, no
it was a golf
way.
cart. It was the golf cart
That's my
battery.
fear.
It had been overcharged apparently because it had. So with your golf carts, if you leave them plugged in overnight,
Okay.
that's a big no-no.
Okay.
They're thinking, well, it'll be charged for me in the morning. Once they hit that overcharge, I guess they get
Yeah.
very hot.
Oh,
They
yeah.
run. They
Yeah.
run hot, and that can cause the spark. They lost the whole front the garage, the whole front half of their house. They were out of that house for a long time. I mean, thank God
But-
they woke up.
But did they buy another golf cart?
That's a good question.
Probably, but I'm just saying, what we do is the rule in our house is
Yeah, I was gonna ask
you
you.
charge the cart. It must be unplugged prior to anybody leaving the house or going to bed.
Now,
Oh,
have you been
good.
doing that
Smart.
a lot? Has
Well,
this been going on for a
yeah,
while?
I mean, I saw when I asked what caused the house fire, and they were like their golf cart. I was like, oh.
Mayor said unplug it now.
I was like, don't ever plug it in again.
It's parked. It's going to be parked on the street.
Yeah, it's
I
parked
mean, it's
forever.
definitely something. That's a fear of mine.
That's
to be honest with
terrifying.
you,
So
yeah.
using counterfeit and incompatible chargers
David.
caused the fires.
Thank you.
Overcharging caused the fires. Damaged batteries that you keep, like if it's not keeping a full charge,
Yeah.
it's time to get a new one.
Right.
Okay.
And the problem that they're finding is it's harder to put out a lithium based fire.
Yeah, because
What?
it burns different color.
It's like
Oh,
I don't know
really?
if it's a different heat or
Like
a
a
different
green-
Well,
I
let's
don't-
fact check.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
That's crazy though.
But it's there 6.5% might sound like a little. That's actually a lot.
Is it?
It is. It's 6.5%.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's crazy though. Have you ever had a battery exploded on you?
No.
Okay, this happened to me in my old Jeep, you guys. And then my friend took a can of Coca-Cola and just poured it right over the battery. The acid went away. It was incredible. I've never seen that. I was blown away that the battery acid was just gone away from the Coca-Cola.
That's
So-
so think about when you drink a Coke.
I never drank one since. I never.
You
Sorry,
can clean a
Coca-Cola.
toilet with a Coke
I could-
because it eats away.
I just can't do it. No.
So lithium ion cell batteries, those
Probiotic.
fires are more difficult to put out because they are fueled by internal chemical reactions rather than external factors like oxygen.
Oh,
They
interesting.
so
burn-
it can't be
Yeah,
suffocated.
they burn
Right.
hotter,
can't be
faster, and need
suffocated.
more water to be put out.
Oh my
fully.
God, I'm a lithium battery.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, you are.
You are.
You cannot suffocate this.
No, you get hot and
The
bothered.
space
do.
buns are making it extra spicy
Different
today.
kind of chemical.
Yeah, I burn brighter.
You do.
Baby.
There's an ointment for that.
There's an ointment for that. So Governor DeSantis just vetoed HB 6017, which is a bill that aimed to repeal Florida's infamous free kill law. Families in St. Johns County are understandably devastated.
Yeah, there's a specific family out there that's a good friend of mine that's going through this right now. The free kill law, where adult children can't sue for medical malpractice if their parents die due to negligence. This is like saying, sorry, your grief doesn't really count here.
Yeah, so there's one father, after losing his son in 2024, has been urging for change, only to have this veto slam the door shut. This is a very, very, very sad story.
Yeah, shout out to the Pruitt family. They're amazing people. Gosh, this is horrible.
So advocates argue that the law disproportionately affects certain demographics and needs urgent reform. The bill has garnered bipartisan support before being vetoed, but that's the problem with veto power. Even the bipartisan support doesn't matter because a veto is a veto is a veto.
Right.
Which is really, really talk about a really gut-wrenching way to end this.
God's sakes, right?
You know?
Just lost the son, everything.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So the debate over the free kill law continues to be contentious, and families and advocacy groups plan to continue pushing for legislative change. So it basically means if your adult child, so is it 25 and older?
Yes,
I think
you are correct.
25 and older, if they don't have a spouse or a child, meaning their immediate family is only the parents or a sibling, the parents of that deceased child, because they're an adult and they have no offspring or partner,
Yeah. Hi,
they
poster
can't-
child right here.
They can't sue for malpractice.
Correct. That
and,
blows my mind.
And to me, and I think the reason that they're doing it is they're saying, who is the lawsuit money going to go to? Because there is no child to leave it to will it to, or no partner to will it to.
What about the estate?
But your life, to live your life.
They're saying
Buy groceries.
well, if it leads to death.
Yeah.
If it
yeah,
leads
right.
to them
So then who
dying.
gets the payout if they
But
win
wouldn't
the
it just
malpractice?
maybe it could just go back to the state and that's how we could solve that issue
I
so they
mean,
still get that.
That's not going to help anybody in the family.
Listen, I don't know.
It's a very sad, very,
This
very
thing is a
sad
little messy
legal
for
battle,
me.
and we wish them well. And it really is a really tough way. Like, how do you even digest that with it being vetoed? Because it
Yeah.
had bipartisan support,
Oh.
which in today's days, we have very little bipartisan support. But both parties were like, you know what, this doesn't seem right, and then it was just a veto.
Guys,
Yeah.
Erin said this happened to her mother after her grandmother died as a result of negligence,
Oh my
medical
gosh.
negligence. So Erin actually experienced this whole situation.
Well,
That's crazy to me.
It's just, I don't understand the thought process. I mean, I know what they're saying, why they're doing it is because of this, you have no sibling or you have no child, you have no partner. But to me, that's a BS excuse.
So
It
like
is,
you have no
yeah.
heirs. So basically you don't count as a person.
Right, like how? So you just like get like your rights are stripped and gone as a
Yeah, you have
because
no-
anybody should be able to sue
Yeah.
for negligence, medical.
So
medical
you're
Everybody.
basically
malpractice
not, if you
negligence.
can't have children and there's no heirs or anything like that and you're not married, you're not a person.
You need a healthcare advocate. I mean, we learned all of that when
Yeah,
Brian
we
was going
did.
through what, that's the truth. You need a
well,
healthcare advocate.
and like and think about it. You're learning all of this at the worst time in your life.
Yeah.
Because you're getting ready to experience massive grief and loss, and now you have to navigate a system that's broken,
Yeah.
and you have to figure out how to manage that while pre-planning a funeral. And the fact
It's
that
like
your life
you're
is
getting
now
nothing, and you're
What a
that's it,
slap in the
kibosh.
face.
I mean, Mel and I had to do this all by
Yeah.
ourselves because Brian's mom left. She saw a dolphin, and the dolphin said it was Jesus.
The dolphin
and,
said you should go home.
and she ran, and so that we were left to be healthcare advocates for
The
poor
two of
Brian,
us.
and to figure it out. We literally had to figure out the gamut of healthcare. It was not easy, but
We did.
with curiosity, kindness, and compassion, we got through it. But that's not easy. Not everybody can have that. It was the worst time of my life.
It was hard.
Horrible. So yeah, it's definitely something to talk about and definitely something to keep pushing and advocating for because I think
Yeah.
families out there could use that support.
Yeah, absolutely. St. Johns County is seeing a surge in security camera signups, but some folks are worried it's turning into a real-life episode of Black Mirror.
That show.
Oh, I love that show. The Connect St. John's program has people registering their cameras, but there's a misconception that the sheriff's office has 24/7 access to your footage. I'm signed up for this. I think it's super important because things go down in the neighborhood, and I know that I've solved a couple cases with my security system.
I haven't signed up for this yet.
Yeah.
I'm on,
So it's entirely voluntary, and individuals can opt out at any time. But it's basically, as Davey says, it's been instrumental in solving crimes and saving lives in communities because they do have access then to footage that they might not have access to previously.
Right. There was a case in point on my street. Somebody parked their car on the street and somebody ran right into it on the street and then took off. Well, they got to my footage and they were able to see that it was like a white Honda Accord, and they actually
those
was
Honda Accords.
able to find the car and then get some restitution for that poor truck. So yeah,
I'm absolutely down for this
I
as
have
well.
nothing to hide. Like what?
I know they'll be
Well,
like,
You
you're
yelling at Dave on a camera? I mean, like what else is not new? I
They're
mean, you know
gonna
what I
be
mean?
like,
what do you-
stop yelling at your
I
dog.
do
Your dog's
that
digging in the yard. Let it
publicly.
go.
Yeah,
I
so,
wouldn't.
like-
That would not be a thing.
What are people so worried about?
But yeah, but I mean, it's absolutely like I think that's really important. We have cameras all over our buildings and properties because you want to be safe, you want to be secure, and if something happens, you want to have it caught on film.
I guess where people would have reservation is if something were to occur or go down, that this footage would be used against you from your house. You know what I mean?
Like you yourself on your own property.
I'm just saying, like, if something like a fight or something happened, and then the sheriff's office, there are people are afraid of if they get this content and it would be used against you, it's your own footage. You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
Don't be burying people in the backyard if you don't want to be caught.
I'm just saying, you got to angle those angles.
I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's optional.
Yeah.
So if you don't want in, don't join. If you want in, join. And I just like the fact that it could potentially help somebody else out who was a victim of a crime, or could save a life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You just never know.
You never know.
And you never know what we're going to be giving away. That's why you got to text the word Sunny to 904-227-4422 so you can stay connected to all things Sunny over here on the Sunny TV network.
That's right. And make sure to follow us on the gram at Sunny TV Network, on Facebook at Sunny TV, and TikTok at Sunny TV.
And none of these shows would be possible without these incredible people that believe in keeping all things sunny. Who's on the top of that list?
We've got STA Lab, Bailey Group, Old Town Trolley, and About Face.
And Zone Cheer, All Stars, Great Expectations, Realty and Auction, Flashes and Brilliance, Spice and Tea Exchange, Epic Behavioral Healthcare, Emma Concert Associations, and we're going to be adding to that list coming up. I'm excited.
All right, but hey, go get a bathroom break, refill your coffee. We will see you back here in 5 minutes for the morning after show.
Yee-hee! So excited. Bye, Sunnies.